did do virtual learning. They were doing IXL, and I just fell in love with it. IXL is also supposed to be supplemental. But I'm telling y'all, they have the entire curriculum laid out from A to Z. So literally, if your kid is in the second grade, you can see everything. And at first, it is going to look overwhelming. You're going to see every single lesson that your kid should learn in second grade. Everything. And in every single little bitty lesson, it's going to be practices. There will be quizzes at the end, and they cannot progress to the next thing until you tell them they can progress, or until they pass. For me, it was until you pass. I wanted them to get 100%. So I was a little bit tough with IXL. Whenever they miss an answer, it will give them a breakdown of how they missed it. If you yourself do not understand, guys, don't sleep on YouTube. And I'm going to get into that. Do not sleep on YouTube. YouTube is your best friend, y'all. There are educators on YouTube. There are so many educators on YouTube. There are other parents like you and me figuring it out on YouTube, giving you their tips, okay? There are teachers on YouTube. There are storytellers on YouTube. There's people on there just reading books all day. Okay, well, if you want a little woosah, every day we do story time. And story time, because they do that in pre-K and kindergarten, in public school, they sit on the rug and they read a book. Okay, the kids come sit on the rug and watch it on YouTube, and you go get your break. Go have your coffee. Go have your tea. Go woosah. It's okay. All right? Back to IXL, because I'm going to go in on YouTube. IXL. Now, IXL was a little bit more, we paid the most for IXL. I believe it was like $20 or $30 a month per kid. So I get that can be a little bit pricey for some. That's a whole nother expense. But y'all, you'll see with homeschooling, you can do so much for free. And if you have some type of educational background, you can probably excel in doing everything for free. But I don't have that educational background. I mean, I did graduate in the top 10, literally, of my high school class. But y'all, I graduated like 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So it's really not even about the education, in my opinion. You can relearn it and teach it. Like, school teachers are typically only one chapter ahead of the student. Have y'all heard that quote? That the teacher only has to be one chapter ahead of the student? Because that's all it takes. They can read the chapter the night before and get an understanding, and then turn around and teach it the next day. You can do that too. And then you have other resources to help you. But what I was getting at is, if you don't have that educational background and you don't feel confident in designing a curriculum from A to Z, because it is a lot of work, doing this in first and second grade, it was a ton of work just staying organized. And I'm using workbooks and apps and free things like that. It was a ton of work. You will eventually get to the point where it's just easier to buy something where the whole curriculum is laid out, and now you're just sitting down going through the curriculum and the assignments with them. It is kind of a breath of fresh air, but that does come with a price tag. And so you will see eventually that homeschooling is not free.